Prophet Abraham, the father of monotheism and his journey of faith. Welcome to Lost Info. Today, we're diving into the life of one of the most influential figures in human history, Prophet Abraham, the father of monotheism and the ancestor of many prophets. His story is not only mentioned in the Quran, but also in the Torah and the Bible. Who was Abraham? What made him so special? Let's explore his life, his unwavering faith, and his extraordinary journey together. The birth and youth of Prophet Abraham. Prophet Abraham was born in the land of Babylon under the rule of King Nimrod, in a time when idolatry was widespread. People worshipped the sun, the moon, and stars, as well as idols made of stone. But even in his youth, Abraham rejected this way of life. According to the Quran, Abraham began questioning the world around him at an early age. He observed the moon, the sun, and the stars, realizing they couldn't possibly be true gods since they disappeared or set. This realization led him to believe in one creator, the true God, Allah. His confrontation with the idols. One of the most famous episodes in Abraham's life is his confrontation with the idols worshipped by his people. One day, when the townsfolk were away, Abraham entered their temple and smashed all the idols, leaving only the largest one untouched. He hung the axe on the largest idol. When the people returned, they were shocked to see the destruction and demanded to know who was responsible. Abraham cleverly said, "Ask the largest idol, perhaps it did this." This statement exposed the folly of idol worship, as they knew the idols could neither speak nor act. Instead of reflecting on their misplaced beliefs, the people turned their anger toward Abraham, and this incident brought him to the attention of King Nimrod. Confrontation with King Nimrod and the fire ordeal. King Nimrod, a staunch idolater, was infuriated by Abraham's monotheistic teachings. He summoned Abraham to challenge his belief in Allah. But Abraham's responses left Nimrod speechless. In a desperate attempt to silence him, Nimrod and his followers decided to execute Abraham by throwing him into a blazing fire. They built an enormous fire and cast him into it. However, a miraculous event occurred. Allah commanded the fire, "O fire, be cool and safe for Abraham." Abraham emerged unharmed, demonstrating his unwavering faith in Allah's divine protection. This miracle left many astonished but did not stop the opposition. Abraham's migrations and his mission of monotheism. After the fire ordeal, Abraham continued his mission to spread monotheism. He migrated to different lands, spreading the message of the one true God. Eventually, Allah commanded him to travel to Mecca with his wife Hagar and their son Ismail. In Mecca, Abraham and Ishmael built the Kaaba, the sacred house of worship that remains the center of Islamic worship today. Millions of Muslims circumambulate the Kaaba as part of their pilgrimage, honoring Abraham's legacy. Abraham's journeys were not just physical migrations, but also a symbol of spiritual devotion. His title, Khalilullah, or Friend of Allah, reflects his closeness to God and his role as a guide for humanity. Abraham's ultimate test, the sacrifice of his son. One of the most profound tests in Abraham's life was Allah's command to sacrifice his son Ishmael. This command was a test of his faith and submission. With a heavy heart but unwavering trust in Allah, Abraham prepared to fulfill the command. Just as he was about to sacrifice his son, Allah replaced Ishmael with a ram, sparing his son's life. This event symbolizes Abraham's total submission to God's will and Allah's infinite mercy. Today, Muslims commemorate this act of faith during Eid al-Adha, the festival of sacrifice. Prophet Abraham's life is a timeless example of faith, devotion, and perseverance. His story is a shared heritage for Muslims, Christians, and Jews, inspiring millions around the world. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating insights. See you in the next video on Lost Info.